All right, guys, it is time to get our second season in the Premier League underway. And yeah, we kick off this season against Newcastle and then follow that up with a game against Leeds. You know what? In the transfer window, with the transfers we were making, I was feeling really confident. And now I'm at game day. I just don't know if we've made the right, done the right business in the transfer market. I don't know, but we're going to have to find out. So yeah, we're going to get the team together and kick off our second season in the Premier League. So I think something else that's making me feel a bit nervous about getting the second season underway is the new formation. We did get a 100% win record in the pre-season using it, but they weren't all Premier League opposition. But the more we use it, the more we get familiar with it. All right, so let's do the team news for today. Paulo Goncalves, of course, in goal. Yeah, still got another season of improving to do. Still only 19 years old. Awesome to have him between the sticks. Roberto Bertelli at right back. I was after another right back, but I think I'm going to stick with Bertelli on the right side because after further sort of analysing him, I think he'd be better off as in that right back position rather than centre back, central defence. He's only 6'1". He's not got the best heading ability, and his jumping reach is only okay at best. So I think I'm going to persevere with him out on the right. And yeah, that's where our new wonder kid can play out there. So that means I'm going to stick with Parker and Ritchie in central defence. New boy Joran Stralman at left back. Hopefully he develops really nicely this season as well. Got some great pros, hardly any cons. Yeah, he's going to need to jump straight in and do a job for us, right? Glenn Tiernan is going to sit in our defensive midfield role as our roaming playmaker. I did bring in Jordan Day. I want him to train there and get better at it, but he's not really trained in that position yet, so he can come on later on perhaps. Glenn Tiernan can go sit in that role for us, and hopefully he can find the space and find the passes and build attack from his position. A new boy Aoz on the right wing. Sareva is training in that position, but again, he's still not really fully trained. So he's going to be out on the left side. Eventually, I would ideally want Sareva on the right and Tisserand on the left, but at the moment, I think this is probably our best option. Freak Gosselink up in attacking midfield alongside Che Weir and Jonathan Nord up front. Che Weir is probably not my first choice, but yeah, I've not got all the options in the world up front at the moment. Salaberry is an option in midfield, not up front. I mean, Salaberry could come in and take Tiernan's place, and Tiernan can push up, but Salaberry is still away on international duty, as is new boy Maxwell, who's going to be a great addition moving forwards this season, but we can't start with them, so we're already starting with a little bit of a weakened team. Right, so yeah, I mean, I could start with Etzeberria in place of Weir. However, we're just going to have to see how it goes. Yeah, so fingers crossed, and away we go. All right, we are charging down the left-hand side, trying to get across it in for Nord, but it just goes over his head. Now Newcastle can break. This is the only thing I am worried about. We did concede a few goals, probably a few too many in pre-season, but part of that could be because it's a new formation and not fully familiar with it. But yeah, the thing that I was worried was I feel like we can potentially be left a bit short at the back, but we're just going to have to see how it plays out, really. Seem to be controlling quite a bit of the possession at the moment, which is good, with nearly 70% of the possession. No shots yet, so we've got to do better at creating and getting forward into the final third. But yeah, getting 70% of the possession early on is good. That is not good. And we go 1-0 down within 10 minutes. And against a team like Newcastle, that's going to be a real job to come back, even just from 1 down. They're more than capable of keeping hold of this very slender lead. And I think Goncalves might have been a little bit unsighted there with the 2 defenders in his way. But we're going to just have to keep going and keep trying. Oyos on the right wing finds Gosselink. Gosselink finds Bertelli into Oyos. Oyos with the shot from the edge of the area. It goes over though. Not good enough. Probably should have tried to find a free player rather than shooting on his left. He's a right winger. His right foot's going to be a strong foot. So yeah, not really the ideal shooting position for the young Spanish player. All right. Still getting majority of the possession so far, 60% or over 60%, but we're just not doing enough with it so far. Nord, yeah, the front 3 are really needing to step up their game a little bit. All right, I'm just going to shout a little bit of encouragement and see if I could just put a rocket at them just to do a little bit better, really, because 1 shot, not even on target, in half an hour is pretty poor. This whole formation was designed to be a bit more forward-thinking and expressive, and to only get 1 shot in half an hour is actually really bad. Because we scored plenty of goals in pre-season as well, so I don't quite know what happened there. Is that was offside, right? I thought it might have been a penalty call there, but that was a little bit better and a little bit closer. But again, just bad positioning, wrong decisions, and but we got forward, we got into the box, we looked a little bit dangerous there, so a little bit better. Right, good defending there, good tracking back by Gosselink. Tiernan finds Gosselink, and Oyos is free on the right hand side to charge forwards. He's not the paciest, Oyos. I think Oyos is probably the right pronunciation for it, and that was a good, well, not a good header attempt by Weir, but it was an attempt by Weir, and probably just got our first attempt on goal logged. So that's something, I suppose. Right, Tiernan, Bertelli up to Gosselink. Gosselink manages to keep the ball in the tight area. Weir spreads it for Sareva. Well, that was a good save there by the Newcastle goalkeeper, and it goes out for a corner. So we were getting closer, I would say. Gosselink with the corner. Tries to find Park. Oh, that was very close. It was going wide, but if we had another player on that far post just to put it away, that would have been absolutely ideal. But it's starting to come into the game a bit more. We haven't got the possession now, but I'm fine with that. If we can do a bit more with the possession we do have, that's absolutely fine. And that was a bad header from the corner from Richie, I think that was. But yeah, we're getting more shots. Now we need more shots on target and try and be a bit more clinical in front of goal. But yeah, still not really working out for us so far. Coming up to half time now. And yeah, we're probably running out of ideas in this first half. Nord is on a 6.3, so that's pretty disappointing from him. He is still the striker I had high hopes for. Now he's taken the number 1 prospect mantle from Daniel Lewis, who of course has gone to Leeds, who we face in the next game. So it'll be interesting to see if we end up facing our super talent, who went to Leeds, of course, for 32. I think it was 32 million. Seems like it's been a lifetime since the transfer was made, but yeah, I think it was 32 million he went to Leeds for. So hopefully he doesn't score against us like a 32 million pound striker signing. But that was a good attempt by Newcastle there. A good save from Goncalves as well. Puts it out for a corner, so we've got to do a job defending here. Oh, close it down. Goncalves coming out and claiming that cross back into the box nice and confidently. Right, okay, coming up to half time now. Got to think about maybe a potential little reshuffle because it's not been good enough, really. Let's have a look at the tactics for a sec. Nord has just been missing in this game. Maybe the defenders have just got his number, perhaps, or maybe he's just not getting the right kind of support. I mean, Che Weir's getting a good rating at 6.8. Gosselink isn't really performing either. I'm actually going to swap these guys round. I want Gosselink to push into the box because I feel like he's got a more, a more sort of natural finisher than Che Weir. So I'm just going to try that, and maybe I'm just going to change Nord to an advanced forward as well, just modify his role a little bit. And yeah, I'm not going to change anyone yet. We're just going to go back in like that. Right, start the second half. Newcastle get the second half underway. Yeah, it's going to be a long second half. If we can get a nice early goal to bring it back to 1-1, then that'll be really good. But yeah, it's going to be difficult. We have a corner though. On 48 minutes at Sareva to take the corner. Can he find a head? He can't find a head. Parker's there to collect it though. Gosselink, there's a danger from Gosselink, and that's why I'd prefer him to actually be pushing into the box. Yeah, but he couldn't quite get his shot on target there. But a good sign of what he can be like if he gets himself into those dangerous areas. Nord down to 6.2. That's shocking, really. We'll be making a change real soon. In fact, the sooner the better, probably. 6.2. What is going on here? Why is it showing Nord in that position? I don't know. All right. Right, Nord. There's only one real option, and that's going to be bringing Etzeberria on. Who did the best for us goals-wise last season. Right, Gosselink. I want to give him a bit more of a chance yet. Tiernan. I'm going to bring her on a replacement for Tiernan because he's on a yellow card and only on 6.5. So I'm going to bring on Petrovic, the new boy, and see if he can actually. Not Petrovic, Dubrovic. Because he should be a bit more forward thinking than Petrovic. And then Strauman for Isidro as well. See if he can do a better job than a 6.4. Right, let's get those subs made and see if that can make any difference. We give the lads a shout to fire them up as well. Right, 60 minutes gone, half an hour there and thereabouts to try and find a goal in this home tie against Newcastle. Newcastle, obviously, they've got the money. They're going to have been making big moves. They pay big wages, and they're the sort of team that can attract really, really good players now. So, Goncalves with a good save there. Yeah, it's always going to be a test. Even if we were one of the better teams in the league, it would always be a test going up against Newcastle. They're probably a team at this point that could beat anyone on their day. And they're showing just why, the way they're passing it through our players with ease. And a bit of danger here. I'm a little bit worried about this little segment of play. Dink the ball over the top, gets the ball into the box. But we get a good defensive header on that, and we can probably try and break now. So Raver, got to try and find someone, and he can't quite find Weir. And Newcastle can come back at us again, which worries me even more now because the highlight's still going. All right, I think that was a shot off target, header off target there, so we can alleviate a bit of the pressure there. Right, 20 minutes to go now. We got a highlight on the right hand side. Batelli to take the throw in to Oyoz. He plays it back to Parker, back to Oyoz. Got to get used to these new names again. Oyoz charging down the right-hand side. Can he get a good cross in? He finds Etzeberria, but he can't get his header down and on target. That was a good attempt, probably one of our best chances so far in this game. Right, about 15 minutes to go in this game, so we're going to look at making some more changes. Gosling is tired. We're going to bring on Jordan Day. And right, just a quick look. Who else have we got on the bench? Tisserand. I'm going to bring on for... In fact, Batelli's so tired. I'm going to need to bring on Duarte for Batelli. I think there's a change to make. Okay. 15 minutes to go. And we're with a crunching tackle there. And the Newcastle player goes down. I don't think he's injured, but he had a little roll around and a cry for a little bit, I think. Right, coming up to 10 minutes to go in this game. We've lost a lot of the possession to Newcastle now. So, like I said, they got the one goal and they've just turned up the possession and made it hard for us to break them down. Let's give one more shout of encouragement, see if we can get anything going forwards. And just going to change this to positive. All we need is one goal for 1 point. Not a very good start so far, though. Yes, I'm a little bit disappointed. But we do have a highlight here. It's Sidro cutting in from the left-hand side. Can he find someone? Don't go all the way, Sidro. Oh, he does go all the way. And Newcastle goalkeeper has to pull off a good save, actually, there. So we get a corner. Day to take the corner. Right, come on, find a head. Day with the corner. Oh, we can't find a head. And Newcastle get the ball away. We still can come back again, though. Day into Weir. Weir into the box, but he loses it straight away. Oh dear, Weir. Right, 90 minutes, 4 minutes to go. Another highlight. Come on, lads. Dubrovic to Weir in the box. Weir with a pitiful attempt. That was lame. Lame. Right, we're coming up to the last minute of the game now, and I think that is probably going to be it. We've just not done enough in this game. And yeah, that was really disappointing. Our defence has been okay, I guess, for the most part. And even though I feel like we've quite strong in the final third going forwards, we've just looked like we've had nothing clear cut anyway. All right, well, that is it. That ends as a defeat on our first game of the season. No, it wasn't good enough. It was not good enough. That whole performance was not good enough. And now we have a difficult game away against Leeds. And yeah, after 2 games, this could potentially be looking pretty bad because going away to Leeds, even though they've only just been promoted up, that's not going to be an easy game. So we're just going to have to see. Yeah, I will be back in 7 days for our second game against Leeds. Sticking with the same formation, but I have made a couple of little tweaks. I've switched Tiernan into a ball-winning midfielder here. Maxwell is in the team, straight into the team. He is coming in as advanced playmaker. And Gosling has switched from a shadow striker to an attacking midfielder. So we're a little bit light on attacking duties, but I want to be able to try and control the game and maybe perhaps as we progress and get better with the tactic and maybe even some more players coming in, there are some potentials there. I know I'll let you know in the next episode should they come through. But yeah, I want to be able to control the matches a bit more. So we're just going to have to see. Our weak point clearly is on our right wing with Ayo's our best candidate for that position. But he's only 2 stars at the moment, but he's only 19 years old. Hopefully he can make some rapid progression and we can see him fulfilling his potential as well. Right, so it's Paolo Goncalves in goal. Bertelli, I switched Bertelli to an inside fullback, by the way. So he's going to tuck in as Straumann comes up and supports Tiernan here. So that's the other little change. Bertelli, Parker, Ritchie, Straumann in defence. Glenn Tiernan just sitting ahead of them. Oyos on the right. Tisserand on the left. Maxwell on Gosling attacking midfield. And Nord up front. Hopefully we see an improved performance from Nord today. But Leeds are going to be a tough test. One thing I didn't actually check is whether they got Lewis on for them, and they have right there on the ball right now. So we know they've got dangerous. They're going to have plenty of good, dangerous players on the pitch. but Lewis is going to be spearheading that danger for them. I'm sure lots of their players are very, very good. I mean, Leeds, even though they're only just come up from Championship, you know, they're a good team. They'd even have a good, strong team if they were in Championship. So, I mean, they've got the pedigree, they've got the stadium. Couple more years, we will have the stadium too. A 28,000 seater stadium. Leeds with a free kick here though. Goncalves, did he have to? I think he did have to get fingertips to that. Goncalves goes out for a corner. Goncalves doing good work for us between the sticks. Leeds put the corner into the box, and we managed to get that away. Straumann chasing after the ball now and charge down the left. Can he get into some space? He's brought down out on the line. That was a bit of a cynical foul by the Leeds player there. Doesn't get anything for it. But yeah, he didn't really have a lot of support there, Straumann. But yeah, we have a highlight now with Straumann taking a throw in into Tiernan. Back to Tiernan. Can we do anything here? Straumann into Tisserand. Tisserand, Maxwell can't quite get space to shoot, and it's blocked. Goes out for another throw in on the left-hand side. Not worthy of a highlight though, and the highlight ends there. Leeds with a free kick now. Low free kick, trying to find one of Leeds players, but we intercept it quite easily. 20 minutes gone, and yeah, we've again still not really done much. Richie intercepting the ball well there, and we managed to get the possession under our control. Play it back to Goncalves, and we can start pushing out. Bertelli, Parker and Bertelli switching positions there. Maxwell finds Gosselink with through ball for Nord. Nord, low shot. Pandur blocks it well for Leeds. He was offside there. Right, well, that was positive though. Beautiful long pass by Maxwell, spreading it out to Gosselink, and then Gosselink with the through ball, but Nord had just gone that little bit too early. Need him to step up his game, Nord. Otherwise, there are going to be other players that are going to be going in ahead of him. I had high hopes for him. He's got, you know, his attributes suggest he should be really good. And that was such a thunderous strike there by Tisserand, and it clatters off the crossbar. Unfortunately, Leeds have got possession now, and they can break on us. We're looking like we're getting numbers back though. That was a thunderous shot by Tisserand. Yeah, Nord has to start doing something soon. Otherwise, I have no choice but to bring someone else in to try and do a job that he's just not doing at the moment. And Gosselink has just brought a Leeds player down in the box, checking for a penalty kick there. Referees checking the video. If he was checking for us, we wouldn't get the penalty. But I bet this is going to be awarded. I mean, it did look like it was a penalty, so. And the survey says penalty. Right. Can Goncalves save the day? Don't think he's really done any penalty saves for us so far. But this is Lewis with a chance to score against us. And Goncalves with the save. And embarrasses Lewis trying to score against his former club. Right, Tiernan on the ball now. Plays it into no one. And Leeds can break on us now. But we get the ball back, right. It's a bit poor play from both teams at the moment. Need to do better. Right, I'm going to encourage the team. Tiernan, Maxwell, Gosselink. Gosselink spreads it out to Oyoz. Oyoz into the box. Plays it all the way back to Bertelli, and it's a bit of scrappy play here. Someone needs to take charge of this game. It's a very scrappy affair so far, and lots of mistakes going both ways. We've not even managed a shot on target, so Leeds are doing really well defensively, and but they've only had 3 shots of their own, but they have actually managed to get them on target, so they're doing better than we are at the moment. Right, Tiernan, Maxwell, Nord, back to Tiernan. Can we do something here? Tiernan He turns back for Richie, Strauman, Tiernan trying to drive forwards, and he gets a shot away, but it wasn't a very testing shot, straight into the hands of the Leeds goalkeeper. This seems like a bit of a rinse and repeat from the first game of the season, not really looking like we're able to score. So yeah, it does worry me a little bit, and we looked more dangerous last year, to be fair, even though we lost a lot. This looks like we'll lose a lot just from not being able to create anything. And it's at Lewis into the box for Leeds. Oh, and it's off the inside of the post. That was so almost 1-0 up for Leeds. And we've got a couple of players down. Must have collided together. One of ours, one of theirs. But they both seem to be okay. Tiernan is dog tired. He might need to come off at halftime. Gosselink with a free kick though. Gosselink, what a free kick into the top left-hand corner. And that is a freak of a free kick from Gosselink. Freak Gosselink. He is my little freak. The freak is off the leash. A lovely curling shot off the inside of the post as well. Beautiful. That is a peach of a free kick. And yeah, we take the lead just before half-time. That is a crucial time to be taking the lead. Right. Whistle should be going for half-time, but we get a Leeds highlight just before. Don't take him down. Lewis, injured Lewis, getting the equaliser on literally the stroke of what must be the stroke of half-time. Referee should have blown the whistle already. That is ridiculous. Half-time, and he's gone a whole minute over the extra time. Bad defending there, though, allowing Lewis to get in front of him, injured. That is poor. All right. Okay. Leeds have definitely had the upper hand in this game. So we were would have been lucky to go ahead 1-0 up at halftime. But yeah, disappointed to let the lead go. Right. No. Show me something better in the second half. Let's try and up their level. All right, I don't think we need to. Tiernan has got a knock. That's why he was low on energy. We'll see if he can continue though. We do have Salaberry who can come on. That was a poor touch by Oyoz on the right hand side. He needs to do better there. Yeah, we've got Salaberry who can come on for Tiernan, but I didn't want to put him straight into the team because he'd just come back from international duty, and yeah, he's already down as having a heavy workload, so I don't want to bring him back and risk injuring him straight away. So hopefully he can do maybe half an hour for us at the end of this game. Tiernan looks like he's managed to run his knock off though, but Oyo's only on the 6.4, Maxwell only on the 6.4, Nord only on the 6.5. Bad performances all round. I will bring on Salaberry for Tiernan. And up front, I think we'll bring on Etzeberria for Nord. And Maxwell, very poor performance from Maxwell. Someone we should be getting a lot more out of. Right, I have Jordan Day who can come on and do a job there for us. Yeah, I won't make the change yet. Just the two changes for the moment, and we'll see if we can do anything. Corner here though, Oyoz with the corner, puts it in the box. Can't find anyone at the near post. Aaron Ritchie was waiting. He is a good threat for us from corners, but couldn't quite find the header, and he loses the ball there as well. Does our captain. He should be our captain anyway. All right. Oyoz on the right hand side drills the ball across it. It's an own goal. It's an own goal. Etzeberria panicking the defenders there, and he turns it into his own net. That is 2-1. We regain the lead. All right. This is an opportunity to be able to try and take control of this game. It's been a very tight affair so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leeds can come back and get another equaliser, but that is good play, good pressuring, attacking play, and forces a mistake out of the Leeds defender. All right, that is good. Right, 25-ish minutes to go, and hopefully we can either hold on to this scoreline or extend it. That would be great. Leeds free kick here though doesn't trouble Goncalves, and it goes wide of the goal. Yeah, all right. Starting to look a little bit more positive now. Oyo's still on a 6.3, even though essentially he forced that goal there, that own goal. Gosling with corner now, tries to find Ritchie, still can't get on ahead of Ritchie. Tisserand picks up loose ball into Gosling, back to Salaberry. Oh, low drive across the penalty area into the other opposite corner of the goal for Tony Salaberry. I will take the praise for that one. Bringing him on in place of Tiernan. I mean, it was a bit of a forced substitution. The only other option I would have had to bring on in that position was Day, who we're training to play further back as well. But that was a beautiful low drive by Salaberry through the crowd of players in the box, and we go 3-1 up. Right, 2 goal cushion now, and we can probably look and make some more changes. And let's have a look what else we can do. Oyo's on a 6.3. Sareva can come on for him. Still learning to play on the right hand side in midfield, from midfield anyway. Anyone else? Well, Maxwell has improved. So I think I will just leave it at that for the moment. Okay, right. 15 minutes to go in this game. 2 goal cushion. And yeah, I'd hope we can do a job here. And Straumann chases the ball down as we can possibly try and break here. But Leeds have got back in good numbers. And that was a poor choice there. It probably would have been better playing it all the way back and starting from the back again. Oh, that was Ritchie beaten too easily there by the Leeds player, but Goncalves was there to save the day and push it out for a corner. That was two definite bits of bad defending by Aaron Ritchie. He is probably one of our weakest best defenders as far as defenders we've got goes. Bertelli would be technically the best, but he's not got the height or the aerial sort of ability. So that's why I want to persist with playing him out on the right. Parker's the next best all-rounded defender. That was a bit close, wasn't it? Goncalves saving the day again, but he kind of put himself in the back pass, put himself in that situation, but then he just didn't deal with it. He should have just booted it somewhere. Lots of pressure now by Leeds, trying to get back in the game. Ritchie does better there with a commanding tackle, kicking the ball out of play. Parker's probably our next best all-rounded defender. Ritchie is then next best, but he's a very limited defender. Right, Bertelli is tired. We can bring on Isidro for him, and Gosling is tired as well. So they can come on and do our job up there. Though I think I would just swap these two around, and Maxwell can play as the shadow striker. All right, Salaberry on the ball right now. Cross to Straumann, from Tisserand and into Etzeberria, and that goes 4-1 up. We have taken command of this game. We are now 3 goals to the good with about 8 minutes to go of normal time, or 7 minutes to go of normal time. Salaberry to Straumann, cross to Tisserand, first time cross back across for Etzeberria, who gets ahead of the defenders and puts it away quite nicely. Etzeberria still doing the job for us. Wasn't sure whether he'd still be with us this season. Did fish to see if there's any interest in him, and there was some interest, but nothing concrete came through. And I think at this rate, probably be a good idea to keep hold of him at least for the rest of the season. You never know, he might come through as our top goal scorer again. Hopefully we have someone that scores more than 7. Was it 7 or 8 that he got for us last season? I'm not sure. Anyway, this was going to be a tight game, and it had been a tight game, but we have managed to definitely get control of this game now. In what, it was a big test for us. And the first game of the season as well against Newcastle. We only lost 1-0. Was a tight game. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how we've done so far. And Goncalves. Did that go over? I think it went over. I think Goncalves had that covered anyway. Leeds still putting us under great bit of pressure here. Goncalves claiming the ball before the Leeds player. Right. Make a good choice here, Goncalves. He boots it down straight to a Leeds player. That wasn't what I would have chosen for him to do. Because it just invites more pressure straight away. But Goncalves there. A bit of a poor shot in the end, but Goncalves was in the right position to claim the ball. All right, 3 minutes to go of injury time, and I think we are safe. Especially they're not going to be able to get 3 goals in this short space of time. But can we get another one? That is a good question. Sareva now into Maxwell. Maxwell dancing around players. Sareva with a low drive to the near post, and Pandor, the Leeds goalkeeper, has to do well to turn that around for a corner. Day to take the corner now. Can he find the head of Richie? He can, and it's saved. That was better though. It was a good header on target to the near post, but the Leeds keeper does do well to keep that out. And Tisserand is dispossessed in the box, but it's not a foul. All right. Whistle's going to go at any moment now. Strauman for the throw in. Salabre into Tisserand. Back to Salabre. Richie. Can Richie do that? That's the whistle has gone. All right. That is positive. I am really happy with that. When should we come back? I reckon we should come back. Maybe the Brentford and Bournemouth games. Maybe Sunderland, Aston Villa. We will see. Not 100% sure yet. When we are back for the next episode, we'll find out whether we managed to make any new good signings or if we've had any more outgoings as well. But as usual, if you've liked that, please leave us a like and leave us a comment in the comments below. If you're watching and you've not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Love to have you along for the journey. And as for now, I hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll see you again in the next one. See ya.